What's up, everybody? Christopher Millhauser, e-commerce consulting, and this video is called 6 Ways to Boost Store Sales for Your E-commerce Business. So I'm just going to share a couple tips with you that if you are an e-commerce company and you're advertising your product or service online, we tend to focus on products, physical products, as opposed to services. So take these things with a grain of salt. But I wanted to share 6 tips with you to help improve your sales and your overall monthly revenue. So I'm just going to get right into it. So number 1, paid traffic, right? So the 3 tips I have when you're talking about paid traffic are, well, let's just talk about it for a second. It is the best, quickest way to generate sales, period. As far as advertising your business, that is the most bang for your buck, is the quickest way to drive revenue. Start with small amounts to test the waters. Just, $5 a day, $10. It depends on the product, how many products you have. If you have multiple products, then you're going to want to spend $5 per ad, per product, right? Test it, find out which one of your products is going to be the winner, which one is going to be the most popular and make the most money. Then you can take that product and scale it. It doesn't mean that you neglect the other products, but if you have a winning product, you want to spend more money and you want to drive traffic for that particular product or products than the other ones that aren't selling nearly as well, right? Makes sense? Okay. So also create multiple campaigns with e-commerce. Unlike local business, when you're talking about the mindset and the strategy for what it takes to run a successful campaign, you tend to have to cycle out the creatives being the actual picture or the video that's attached with your ad. That is, if it's on Facebook. Google AdWords, completely different strategy. But you want to cycle those out a lot more frequently because people get bored more quickly. But you're also going to get your product in front of people more often. That's the strategy, right? You tend to want to have at least 7 touch points, right? I know that's 5, but I have my other hands busy. So moving on from that, improve trust within your funnel. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let me break that down for you a little bit. So each stage of your funnel, as it may convert into conversions, if that doesn't make sense, let me just kind of expound a little bit more. Include reviews with your products, each product that you have. That will provide you with more social proof. So you're talking about branding now. You're talking about establishing yourself as a credible company that has winning products that you can trust. It's not just about the product itself. It is about you and your brand and your integrity as a company, right? Install live chat option, because now you can directly and in real time, you can get feedback from your actual customers, find out what's working and what's not working on the fly, as opposed to having to spend money and time to find that out over months and months, right? So, like I said before, credibility with your products. You want to, like I said, include reviews for each product, but you also want to add testimonials. Testimonials are some of those powerful ways to establish yourself as a credible brand or product, right? You see those all the time on those late night infomercials. Yeah, I wasn't feeling this way, and after using this magic crystal on my back, now I feel, it just looks silly, right? But when you hear so many people, and they walk up in the mall, and they film them, and they're like, oh, wow, you know what I'm talking about. So it doesn't work on everybody, but if you can get some good quality testimonials, that is so powerful. And as a brand, you want to keep pushing for those testimonials, excuse me. You want to give your customers incentive to give you testimonials, because those testimonials are gold, right? Those are going to keep driving your business. So the third tip, make the checkout process simpler. If someone has to jump through too many hoops, like an example, when I used to do local business, I used to do chiropractic ads. And when I was first learning, they had to fill out, a bunch of question and answers to kind of find out. Now, I thought I was doing a good job because I was screening people out. But the problem was I was screening too many people out and setting up too many barriers for people before they were able to opt into the actual offer. And so I was actually being counterproductive. So when it comes to e-commerce, you want to make sure that you're making it as easy as possible for your customers or potential customers to just check out. I don't know if you've seen on Amazon, but there's actually, you can set this up. It's a one button buy button, or excuse me, setting. You can just push the button and it's bought, and it'll just add it to your cart and check it out all in one button, right? That's what you want if you can get it. So if possible, remove the sign up option. You don't want somebody to have to sign up and go through that whole process. You're going to lose a lot of people if you do that. Now, I don't know what platform you're using, but if you are using a platform that, you have it set up to where you can remove the sign up feature, please remove it, because that will up your rate of, it'll do a lot of things, but it'll also, as a byproduct, it will definitely, add to your bottom line, because people do not like things hard. They want it easy. And so they're not going to go that extra step. In the same vein, you want to provide guest checkout options, right? So that they don't have to sign up. They can just check out as a guest, and they can just go straight to the cart, pick what they want, go straight to the cart and check out without having to register as a user. Because not only do I not want to register and take that time, but I don't want a bunch of emails, about something I may not necessarily be interested in. Unless it is a product that's more of a lifestyle product, like camping, exercise kind of thing. Those are where you want to have sign up options, because those are lifestyle products. And then when on the back end, you will have the customers that have already bought from you. And on the back end, you can send them the emails and say, hey, we're having a sale on this new product. Or did you know that we're offering this new product? And, you'll be the first to get it if you opt in to this email at 20, 30% off, right? So you have this free way on the back end to generate more revenue. But that's a different strategy. But keep these things in mind. Reduce the number of forms that need to be filled out. That just kind of reiterates what I've been saying. So, again, email marketing, like I was just talking about, it has an ROI of 4,300%. That's a huge number. If you're not utilizing email marketing, and remember, it requires that you sign up or you opt in, but you also you have to play the balance here. You don't want to give people a huge barrier to entry. Oh, I got to fill this out. I got to do this. I got to set this up. I got to opt into this. That you want to eliminate. But when they buy the product, after they check out with the product, if you're able to on your platform, I know Shopify has an option for this. You can set it up to where they automatically opt in, because now they're going to also receive their receipt for your product. And in that receipt, they need to provide their email address. That is where they opt in, right? So when they opt in for that, you can then advertise to them on the back end with your email marketing system. So, and to add to this, if you're not the best at copywriting, hire a copywriter, because let me tell you, paid traffic may be the quickest way and the most effective way short term, but longer term and dollar for dollar, email marketing is the most effective and powerful thing that you can do when it comes to advertising, because it's not costing you. The only thing that email is costing you is you signing up for whatever service, MailChimp or GetResponse, any of those, whatever those, $15 to $100. And if you're doing big business, that's a drop in the bucket. Now, also, if you want to hire a copywriter, which I highly suggest, unless you go with an agency like mine who already has copywriters on staff as part of our service that is rolled into helping you maximize your profits with our campaign strategies, then I would say specifically, if you're doing everything else, still hire a copywriter if you're not totally confident in that area, because you may be paying them $100 per email or $200 per email, but every email that you're sending may be generating $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in revenue for you, right? So take some time, think about those strategies. I've got two more. Excuse me. I didn't hit on the rest of the email strategy. Market through your new and present list. So what does that mean? It means that you are able to look at what you already have, right? All the people that have already opted in, and then you can just blast out an email for your new product or your new offer, as well as the new customers that have come into your funnel. So just keep those things in mind. Announce giveaways, and create new lists. Let's say you may have a product that, let's say you have a range of products where you have a couple of different types of lifestyle products. Again, camping is a good example. I may be more on the mountain bike kick than I am, with the outdoor cooking. Now, let's say my company is, providing both types of products because we're offering all kinds of camping gear. So this email list is more to deal with outdoor camping people that are, buying products to deal with cooking and, mats to go outside to stand on while you're cooking, utensils, collapsible silverware, all that kind of stuff, as opposed to I'm an adventure mountain biker that I need, the water bottle holder. I need the backpack maybe, so I can carry the water with me. I need a thermal jacket because I go high in the mountains and it does get cold. So those are different customers. Even though your company services camping adventure enthusiasts, as the example, you're sub-niching. So you don't want to send out the email that says, hey, you want to buy this new gas range that's portable that can, fit in your pocket or your backpack, because the people for the mountain biking are not going to be interested in that. So you're wasting, valuable time and dollars that you could be with this list. So that's why you can create multiple lists. What's the other thing? I've tried to write all these things down so I don't forget, because there's a lot of content that I want to provide for you. And my goal for you is not to sign up with us, right? I want people that are going to come to me and my agency and work with me and partner with me, not because I manipulated them or because I needed them, but because we don't need we don't need clients. We want partners, right? So if you are wanting to grow your business online and you want a killer company to help you grow and scale very quickly, then I'm the agency to hire. But my main goal for these videos is to give you as much value as absolutely possible and not ask for anything in return. So, number 5, become better at, this is a one take deal. So sorry guys. Become better at showcasing product benefits, right? Okay. You've got the backpack for the water, but what does that do for you? Why would you want to buy that? Tell me the benefits of that and why I would want to buy that. Customers buy benefits, not features. What's this going to do for me? What do I get out of it? Why do I need it? Don't tell me what it does. Tell me how it's going to help me solve my problem, or, help me have more fun or achieve a better lifestyle, or whatever it is that your product supposedly offers as a benefit, not a feature. This innovative, pivoting system, that's great, but what does that do for me? Tell your customers what it's going to do for them. Take high quality photos of your product. That's something that you don't want to skimp on, because if you have really, unless it's a customer testimonial photo, then you don't want to use it, because you are a professional. And so you want to offer high quality, high res images. And these days, you can buy a kit on Amazon, if you have a nice camera, and then you have like the little backdrop that you can buy, and you can just roll it out, and it's kind of like a half box that you can drop your product in, and have you can have like 2 lights set up, and you do a little bit of color correction, or you can outsource that once you take the photos, and then from there, it doesn't require that much to do high quality photos these days. Even if you have a flagship phone, you can actually get away with some quality photos if you color correct them properly, and you have a good lighting kit, and you have the proper setup, a green screen or a white screen, like the little mini kits. So don't skimp on that stuff, because if your product is not showcased professionally, then they're going to think that you aren't professional. Make sense? So use videos to show your products. Remember, we were talking about benefits? Show the benefits in action. When I use this product, how do I feel? What does this do for me? How does this give me a better life or a better situation? Show those things in action. And ideally, you want to make sure that, if you can, and remember, I was talking about incentives to give your customers, to send you videos. You know what? I used to get so tired, and I get so dehydrated, and this little water ball is just never really, did it for me. And I'd have to, stop and go back, because, there was only a liter, and then I'd get, I'd run out of water. And so I couldn't go as hard as I usually like to, because I'd have to go back to, back to the van or back to the base camp or whatever to refill. Or, I had a jug, and it was just too bulky, and it weighed me down, and it made things really difficult for me when I was trying to have fun. So this is the combination of more liquid in a way that I can carry it, and it doesn't weigh me down. Again, I'm just trying to use a specific example so you understand the point. Improve the product description. Now, again, remember I was talking about copywriters. If you're having trouble with this, then maybe, because there are people out there, you can look on Fiverr, you can look on Upwork, but there are copywriters who specialize in just product description. Let's call it SEO. Well, we don't want to just say SEO. Describing your product in a way that is going to sell it. And that's what copywriting is about. So, and if you don't have the money for the copywriter, then, buy a course, and or you can take a look at other high quality products that are maybe in your niche that you're trying to, let's say it's t-shirts, or let's say it's, I don't know, whatever, for something for cars, vehicles, anything, whatever it is for you. And then you create a swipe file, meaning you take the best products that you've seen and you see how they structure their comments. You see what they say, how they say it, and you collect all that data and you put it in your email, or you put it in, a file somewhere where you can access it, and you label it. This is for this product, this is for this genre, this is for, and then when you're having trouble, you can go over there and say, okay, how did they structure that? What did they say? How did they describe the benefit? You can do that. That's called a swipe file. And then implement upsells. When you check out on the page, when your customer checks out, if at all possible, and I know many platforms have the feature where you can do this, you bought the water bottle, but let's say you want a more comfortable pad for your bike, because you're on your bike when you're using the water bottle. So you'll be out longer on your bike, and you want a more comfortable ride. So offer that as an upsell on the back end. Amazon is amazing at doing this. I mean, they constantly, hey, people that bought this also bought these 3 products, this goes with this. I bought a mini projector, and I wasn't even aware, but at the bottom it said people who bought this also bought, and then it had a list of like 3 different, like a converter for a cable, so you can plug it into your phone. And I was like, well, that's what I wanted to do in the first place, is plug it into my phone so that I can watch videos, through my phone, but project it on the wall. But I didn't even know that I needed an adapter to do that. So when I was checking out, I saw that people had also bought the adapter, and I needed the adapter. So I had to check out the adapter as well when I bought that product. So they upsold me on something that I was only going to spend $50 on, and ended up spending $100, in adapters and all this other stuff that I needed, that I didn't even know I needed. So you can do it that way, or you can do it just where it's a benefit, or it goes with, hey, if you are buying this, then maybe think about buying that. Because like I said, if you're out on your bike for a longer period of time, you probably want a more comfortable seat. And having the Camelback water dispenser, you're going to be able to be out longer because you won't be as dehydrated. So that's why it's a good upsell, because it goes along with the person and the way that they're using your product. So, okay, I know this was a long video, but I just wanted to make sure I hit all these points. And there was a lot of meat on this particular bone, so I wanted to make sure that I hit all the points properly. So, Christopher Millhauser, if you guys have any questions, if you'd like to talk about maybe working with us, the link is above if you're here on Instagram, or if you're on Facebook. Also, the link is above as well to book an appointment with me, or you can just message me, send me a DM on either platform, and I'm more than happy to talk to you, and we can set up a session and talk about how we might be able to work together. All right, Christopher Millhauser, Millhauser E-commerce consulting. We will see you in the next video.